What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it. Say, let's get it.
You want to watch the video? Okay, come on.
Okay.
We have another member. Come on, sit on mommy's lap.
Okay.
This is how you used to be.
Yeah, really,
the
though.
videos.
Like, if we look way back, we had moments when she was like,
a baby.
just a baby, you know, a little necks be swinging.
Okay, come on.
I want to share the story of the Group Boss Foundation. So I need to be completely honest with you before I really get into this. And full disclosure, I ended up going to the Group Boss. I'm always nervous about how to say it, so I'm going to go with it, how they say it there. The Group Boss Foundation. I ended up finding out about this because I was invited to, and I went to the Group Boss Private Nature Reserve, which I was told, and the people that told me that were not wrong, it is one of the most amazing, luxurious, incredible places you could possibly stay, nestled in the hills among the Cape Floral Kingdom, home to so many species of incredible fauna that you don't find anywhere else in the world.
So I got to mention, when it comes to scenery like this, especially when you can see, I'm talking about like valleys and distance and everything, scenery really does give that location so much more calmness and relaxation. And you can speak on that too, because well, you have just witnessed. So the scenery, like I'm talking about, you can see from afar, bro. It does something different to the person.
Yeah, it's beautiful, God's creation.
Biodiversity haven, and overlooking Walker Bay, which at that time of year is where the whales come to give birth and then nurse their calves. So the whale watching was, the southern right whales were everywhere. It mind-bendingly beautiful. It was amazing, and that's why I ended up there, because I got an invite to this amazing place, and it was incredible. So I just wanted to be dead honest with you about that. But what I took away from that trip was what I learned about the Group Boss Foundation, which is a non-profit, non-government organization that is transforming lives for some of the people in South Africa that need it the most, and in particular rugby. And it is transforming the lives of the local population there. Poverty in South Africa is stark. I saw that firsthand. It's a country that has its troubles, but my goodness me, it's got some amazing things happening just now, and this is one of them. Sport is a key vehicle for the Group Boss Foundation for social integration, for promoting health, life skills, confidence, job prospects in the future, all things that I know rugby has given to me. And so I said, when I heard they had a rugby program, that I would love to go and check it out. And that is what I did. And all I can say is that the memory of that experience sits with me more than any other experience from my time in South Africa. So I just want you to imagine for a second, leaving this lodge of outrageous luxury as I was recharging my batteries. I drive down off the hillside to Masakane, a bustling little area in rural Gansbaai, made up predominantly of wood and tin shanties. And Masakane is a Xhosa word that means standing together. And clearly this is a tight-knit community. And I'm going to make another confession, actually. Another confession. I felt a little bit uncomfortable being driven around, looking around. And I don't want you to misunderstand what I say when I say I felt uncomfortable. I didn't feel in any danger. I wasn't worried or anything like that. When I say I felt uncomfortable, I didn't want to disrespect these people by being a tourist, just coming to kind of peer out of the window at them like they were kind of an exhibit in a zoo.
Yeah, I'm glad he made that huge mention, because in poverty locations, tour people used to go there, or they still do that. They go to locations just to take pictures, frame it, and sadly sell these photos. You know what I'm saying? And go out there just to record their lifestyles of suffering without doing most parts doing anything to help them. So I'm glad he actually mentioned that because oftentimes that is a real thing that people go out there and do that.
Yeah, and some people, like let's say the tourists, they'll go there, they'll take those pictures, they'll post those pictures, and they'll talk about the people. But what about the other people? Where did you stay? Was your hotel luxury? Did you have a tub? Did you have a restaurant in your hotel? Why are you not talking about that experience?
Felt a little bit uncomfortable, but I quickly realised I didn't need to feel that way because I was in a Grootbos Foundation vehicle, and as I drove around Massakane, I kept seeing Grootbos Foundation signs all over the place. And it turns out what the Grootbos Foundation do in Massakane is they take business proposals from the locals who have an idea, have a dream, put together a business proposal, and some of them are awarded funding to make that dream a reality. And so
I like
I was
that.
on home turf here.
Yes,
I will
yes.
get to the rugby. I'm getting there. I absolutely promise, because my ultimate destination was a place called Spaces for Sport. Now, Spaces for Sport is a sporting facility right in the heart of Gansbaai, close to the community of Massakane. Every single young person in the area between the ages of 6 and 19 can go to this place every single weekday afternoon
I like the age
for
gap. That's
free
crazy.
sports coaching on their
I
sports
love it.
fields.
That's nice.
There's a 3G sports pitch. There's loads of grass pitches, and it
6 to
covers.
19. That's huge. I
Listen,
like that. I like that space.
That's great years where your skills are developed.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's always the people who come from the areas where they have free this. We get looked down upon, right? But that's the people where the greatest athletes come from.
100%.
Look at our NFL. A lot of them. Look, basketball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, I would love to know a success story from that. Or I don't know if they just started this program. Let us know.
Yeah.
Football and hockey and tennis, netball, and yes, rugby, among others. And this was dead space. This area was just, well, it was basically a lot of walkways where people would go from one part of Gansbaai to the other. Now it is a community hub where young people can go every single day. And one of the things about this place, and they learn, but they get fed as well. Sorry.
Oh yeah, he get emotional.
He
One
really
thing
is.
we preached on this channel a lot is that when you have an environment where there's nothing for kids to do or get involved in, as in parks, community locations where they can all gather and play little games, food table, kick the ball and whatnot. When you have nothing like that, they look to get into things that usually leads into trouble.
Right.
But the fact that they have this opportunity that's available for them, I'm talking about from 6 years old, right? From 6 years old, babies, all the way to 19 years old.
Yeah.
That is a huge blessing because you're really just taking the whole age gap and then correcting their perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and giving them something to put all of their attention into.
100%. Yeah.
I told you this is important, and it gets me. So anyway, luckily, or maybe they planned it very well, I suspect probably the latter, I arrived as there was a girls' rugby session going on. I watched the session, and I just watched, and it was brilliant. They had top-class coaches.
Wow.
And a really lovely atmosphere. And I spoke to a bunch of the guys that are involved in the day-to-day running of the Spaces for Sport under the Grootbos Foundation banner, and honestly, the work they do blew my mind. It's not just that these girls and the boys too, of all ages, get high-quality coaching from coaches that are there every day. It's not just that the young people get somewhere safe and welcoming to go. It's not that they get food. On top of all of that, there's these people there whose whole existence is there to check in on these young people.
That part, yeah.
So if someone misses a session, they know about it and they check in on that child and check everything's okay. If they miss a couple of sessions, well, then someone's going to be going in person round to their home to check they're okay. And sorry, and that becomes all the more powerful and important when I heard the stories from the girls that one of the main drivers for many of them of why they chose the rugby program was because they wanted to feel strong and capable in violent situations at home. And oh dearie me, wasn't expecting this. It's an amazing program they've got going. It truly is. And yeah, they're doing amazing work. And you hear Sia Khaleesi, you hear Rassi Erasmus, you hear lots of people talk about transformation using rugby union. Well, this is it. This is it. And it broke my heart, and at the same time made my heart like burst with pride that there are these things happening. So the more I learned, the more amazing it got. Sorry. Oof. Yes, that's what I want to say. Right next to it now, when I went, right next to it, there is a school, a high school, the Hansby Academia it's called. Yeah, talk about blowing my mind. The reason why that high school was founded is because of the success of that sports field and that sporting community.
Wow.
They had so many young people coming there every single day that finally there was the weight of argument to say, give this community a school. So right next to it, there is now a high school. Before that, there were primary schools, but the nearest high school was miles away, and that meant travelling by bus, which for many children in the area was beyond their means and beyond their parents' resources. So consequently, for many, many young people, they finished, I think, grade 7, I think it is in South Africa. And then that was the last school they ever went to. That was the last education they got. Now, as a consequence of this Spaces for Sport area, the rugby programs that are going on there is a school, and talk about transformation. That's it right there. And the final thing I want to share, and I'm so grateful if you're still watching this right now, because this is just it in a nutshell. I met a coach of the rugby program at Grootbos Foundation called Donald. And I apologise to Donald. I apologise to you that the video I got of Donald speaking isn't great sound quality because it was a really windy day. I wasn't expecting to have had this encounter, so I didn't bring the proper kit. So I apologise. I really hope you'll bear with it, and I've made sure there's subtitles on it, and I hope you'll bear with it and watch what Donald's got to say, because this is transformation. It's just one guy, but this is what's going on in South Africa, not just here at this place that I went to, but right across the country. And rugby is absolutely changing lives in the most amazing way. So let's hear from Donald then, who, yes, I say he's a coach of the rugby program, but he actually came when he was just 7 years of age. Donald, I'm Tim. How you doing?
Good in yourself.
Very well. You were 7 when you first came here.
So he's a
why
product of
are you still
the
here?
program.
It all started at the grade 1 program. As I started with the program, I played hockey, and then moved over to football. Was it in 2014? Then I discovered my passion for athletics and cross country. Then I started running, and then at 17, I decided to call it quits. And then working with these amazing coaches as well as the amazing manager we have, I decided that I want to give back, and now I'm a coach. And yeah, also so far the highlight of my career was when we went with the Invest program, which is an exchange program between us is South African coaches and the coaches from the USA.
Connect.
And yeah, in March was it? We went over to the USA, which was actually a great experience. First time flight for me as well. And wow, to have a 16-hour first flight, yo,
Listen.
it was hectic. But yeah,
Like,
it was an amazing experience. I enjoyed it. And it helped me grow as a coach as well as a young man. I must say, before, when I started as a coach, I was like, I had a lack of confidence. And yeah, now I'm more matured, learned a lot. So what's it called? My coaching philosophy, which is learn, lead, serve. I've learned about my old journey with Grootbos. And now it's time to lead as a community leader. And yeah, to serve is just to give back to the amazing communities around us.
Thank you.
It's a
I
pleasure.
appreciate you sharing that.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
How imp-
I think
That's
it's
cool.
I think it speaks volumes that he is a product of the program,
Yeah.
and he loved it so much that he wanted to give the same thing that he received back.
Very young age too.
That speaks a lot of volumes. I was a coach of a program that, I was a product of, and the program was about to end.
You
And I was
saved
like,
it.
I saved it. I was like, no, these children need this.
Mm-hmm.
And just connecting with young people, oh my God, that filled me so much.
Yeah.
And, my school was in a bad neighborhood. And I would have these girls who were in some of the worst family life as possible. And I was their good place,
Yeah.
So I'm kind of relating in that aspect of it. But we have connected with the youth of South Africa, a choir and a STEM program.
Shout out.
And just speaking to these two groups, these children, they're so passionate.
That's the word.
And
Passionate. Mm-hmm.
one of the first things that strike me is that they are quick to tell us about their family life and their why.
Yeah.
Their
yeah.
why. And
Yeah.
listen, if y'all can support these groups, support them.
1,000%.
And I know that
Yeah.
this video isn't about the STEM program, but we're gonna leave the STEM program because that's our little babies and we love them.
Shout
We're
out.
gonna
Yeah,
leave
yeah.
them in our pinned comments so that y'all can go check them out and go support them.
Yeah, man. Passion is the elevator to getting closer to your vision without feeling like you
Yeah.
have to use the staircase and struggle and then
Yeah.
another flight of staircases. That's what any program need. They need to be surrounded by people who have a passion for what they do, because the passion is going to always allow them to connect more quickly with the students and with the people that's coming in, because for one, they love what they do. For two, they're going to always be there for them no matter what their situation is, right? They're willing to sacrifice more. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about a check. And I'm glad that's what it's not about. You know what I'm saying? Because that just kind of keeps the person in the loop. Because if it's about money, the moment that runs out, people like to dip.
Right.
So it's good to have people like yourself. It's good to have people like this
You
gentleman.
too.
Yeah, I know. I have stories. Trust me. And it's good to have people like that inside these programs, because children are going to always feel loved and appreciated, and they're going to be able to connect a lot quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
We thought rugby was just a well-loved sport like the NFL.
It's deep.
But listen,
It's deep, man.
I
If they
love
can
what
do
they
it,
doing.
programs like this can be set up, man. I feel like anyone can do this, and it's always going to be a benefit to the environment that is being put in. So
Yeah, the community.
impressive is that young man. So thank you, Donald. Thank you to the Grootbos Foundation. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you in advance for
I
sharing
think that's it.
and getting this out, because
yeah, we're gonna stop right there, man. Make sure you guys go check his channel out. He just brought something very, very valuable out to the world to know about, something that we just now learning about. First of all, rugby is top notch here. You guys love rugby, but to know this is being done too as well because of rugby, it's just amazing. We love it.
Yes, we love it as well. Let us know some more stories like this that's going on in South Africa. We would love to hear them.
Facts.
All right, y'all. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.